Have you ever stood in front of the mirror and thought, when did my body change? And why didn't anyone warn me? Or maybe you've whispered to yourself after climbing a flight of stairs, "Phew, this didn't used to feel like a workout." Let's be real. The relationship we have with our bodies, especially after 50, is layered. It's emotional, it's physical, and sometimes it's complicated. Today, we're talking about the weight of it all. And I'm not just talking about pounds. We're digging into body image, midlife health, and the confidence curve that so many of us ride in this season. So, if you've ever felt frustrated, confused, or even disconnected from the skin that you're in, pull up a seat. You're not alone. Welcome to Aging with Grace and Style, the podcast that celebrates women over 50 who are rewriting the rules and embracing every chapter with confidence, purpose, and power. I'm your host, Valerie, and around here, we keep it real. We talk about the tough stuff, the funny stuff, and the beautiful in between of midlife living. This episode kicks off a special 3-part series I'm calling Real Talk Plus Real Life. Over the next few weeks, we're getting honest about the things that women over 50 don't always say out loud, from our bodies to burnout to those quiet Google searches we hope no one sees. Today, we're starting with what we carry physically, emotionally, and mentally. So grab your coffee, take a deep breath, and let's get into it. Here's the thing. There's the physical weight, like the number on the scale, the changing metabolism, the clothes that fit differently. But there's also the emotional weight, the pressure to look a certain way, the shame that we sometimes carry, and the silent comparisons that creep in. So today, let's unpack all of it, the weight we carry, and how we can begin to set it down. Let's start with facts. Hormone shift, muscle mass decreases, metabolism slows down, belly fat becomes more stubborn, sleep can feel like a game of hide and seek. These are not signs that you're failing. They're signs that your body is doing exactly what it's designed to do in this stage of life. But here's what makes it hard. No one prepared us for it. We were told how to get through puberty. We were warned about childbirth, but menopause, aging, the invisible changes that affect our energy, digestion, and how we feel in our skin, crickets. When I say no one mentioned this to me, I mean no one. Older ladies at church didn't talk about it. My friends were my age, so it's not like they could give me a heads up. The doctor just said, "You're getting older." And there weren't as many over 50 influencers on social who openly talked about the changes as there are today. Let me give you an example. A friend of mine recently said, "I'm doing the same workout and eating the same way and still gaining weight." She was nearly in tears. And I said, "Girl, your body has shifted. You're not broken. You're just in a different season, and that requires different tools." Here's a reflection prompt for you. What is one change your body has gone through recently that you've been silently beating yourself up about? And then could you extend grace instead of judgment? For me, it's the loss of muscle mass. My thighs have always been toned. Well, today, let's say they aren't quite as toned. And yes, I am trying to extend grace instead of judgment, but I'm also trying to do something about it. Let's pivot from numbers to nurture. In this season, our health goals should go beyond getting skinny or fitting into that dress. Let's talk real goals. Do I have enough energy to do what I love? Can I move my body without pain? Am I sleeping well, feeling strong, and thinking clearly? Health after 50 becomes less about aesthetics and more about vitality, which, by the way, can absolutely still include wanting to look good. There's nothing wrong with that. But what I'm saying is, let's define what healthy means to us now. Here's what's helped me: adding more protein and strength training, not just cardio, prioritizing rest and recovery and not feeling guilty for it, getting labs done regularly so I can understand what's happening inside and not just what's showing up outside. And when it comes to weight loss, you're right, I am not a medical expert, but what I can say is this: start with curiosity and not criticism. Instead of asking, why can't I lose weight? Ask, what is my body trying to tell me? Here's my weight loss story. I thought after my hip replacement surgery, when I was more mobile, that the weight I had gained over the years would just drop off with a few missed meals and working out. Nope. It literally took me a couple of years to drop the weight. The stuff I used to do no longer worked. Missing meals, not adding protein, having hormones all out of whack, all affected my ability to lose weight. Once I figured those things out and got the hormones adjusted and paid attention to what I was doing, then it started to work. Here's a mini tip. If you've been trying to diet the same way you did, say, in your 30s, that method probably won't work now. Talk to your doctor who understands women's hormonal health. There are new tools available that weren't even part of the conversation 10 years ago. Okay, let's go a bit deeper into this. You've asked about weight loss, and while this isn't a weight loss podcast, I hear you. Here's what the research and lived experience tells us. You need more protein, period. After 50, we naturally lose muscle mass. Protein helps preserve that muscle, keeps us fuller longer, and stabilizes blood sugar. Aim to have protein at each meal. I try to add it into some snacks too, because I typically don't get enough protein in my meals. An example would be, say, breakfast, 2 eggs with turkey sausage and a protein shake or a smoothie. I know it might sound like a lot of food, but it really isn't. Lunch could be grilled chicken salad with quinoa. Dinner could be baked salmon and roasted vegetables and lentils. Don't be afraid of eating. Undereating is one of the reasons weight loss stalls. Your body needs fuel to burn fuel. And strength training isn't optional, it's essential. I'm really saying this for me, because I'm not a fan of strength training, but I know I have to do it. Lifting weights even twice a week can improve metabolism, boost your mood, strengthen your bones, build confidence. And you don't need to bench press a car. Start with body weight exercises, push-ups against the wall, maybe squats, resistance bands. And then hydration and fiber help everything move. Some say you should drink half your body weight in ounces of water. I actually try to get in at least 64 ounces per day, as well as getting in fiber. If digestion has slowed down for you, then this is a good place to start. I've actually recently started adding benefiber into my mornings, as I am sure I'm not naturally getting in enough fiber. So let's shift to the weight of stress and what it's doing to your body. I have to be honest, right now, I'm stressed. My mom's been having some medical challenges, and I've been going back and forth to San Antonio, which is a 4-hour drive each way. She'd, of course, rather be at her home, which I'm sure any of us would want to be in this situation. But right now, honestly, it's just not the safest option. And navigating that tension, it's hard. Add on my full-time job, trying to be excellent at work without dropping the ball. My role at church, leading our social media team, helping us stay connected and creative. and of course, this podcast, which I love. It's all things that I deeply care about, but the truth is, even the good stuff can weigh heavy. And stress, it doesn't just sit in your mind, it actually shows up in your body. Chronic stress raises cortisol, which encourages belly fat. It disrupts sleep and digestion. It triggers cravings and emotional eating. It drains your energy. It slows healing. And get this, I recently had an appointment with my dermatologist who noticed that my scalp was inflamed. He said that stress can also cause inflammation in your scalp. Now, I'm trying to stop my hair thinning, not add to it with stress. So if you've been saying, I'm doing all the right things, but nothing's changing, then check in with your stress. Here's a mini reset practice. Try a simple box breath. Inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, and hold for 4. Do this for just about 2 minutes. Your body's going to thank you. And give yourself grace. You are doing a lot. Your nervous system is not a machine. Okay, let me be real with you. I have days when I feel amazing and days when I nitpick everything. Confidence at this stage of life doesn't always come from the mirror. It comes from keeping promises to yourself, from wearing something that makes you feel good, saying no to comparison culture, celebrating what your body can do. And let's not forget, this body has carried us through grief, through parenting, through deadlines, and through decades. That deserves respect. A quick story here. A listener once messaged me after I posted a video where I wasn't perfectly posed or filtered. Actually, I seldom use filters. She said, Valerie, thank you for showing up like that. You looked real and you made me feel seen. I didn't even realize it, but that's the power of embracing where you are. Confidence isn't about being flawless. It's about being free. Free to wear that swimsuit, free to take up space, free to speak your truth, even with a few wrinkles and stretch marks. Your challenge for the week is pick one thing to celebrate about your body. Say it out loud, write it down, or better yet, share it with another woman who needs to hear it. Let me leave you with a few practical shifts that you can make this week. Rethink the scale. Use it as one metric, not the master. Consider tracking energy, sleep, strength, or mood instead. So I have this smart ring that is helping me with this. I promise I'm going to post about it soon. Hydrate and nourish. Small changes like more water, more color on your plate, and eating enough protein really do add up. Move for joy, not just discipline. Dance, stretch, walk with a friend. Movement doesn't have to mean punishment. And then speak kindly to yourself. If you wouldn't say it to your best friend, then don't say it to your reflection. So here's my final question to you. What would change if you treated your body like a partner and not a project? Today, we talked about the weight of it all, not just the physical pounds, but the emotional pressure and the mental noise that often comes with midlife changes. We unpacked body shifts, new definitions of health, and how confidence is a practice, not a prize. We added depth on nutrition, strength training, stress, and why it's okay to slow down and care for yourself differently in this season. If this episode spoke to you, then I hope you walk away feeling lighter, not just because of a number on the scale, but because you gave yourself permission to feel good again, to trust your body, to honor where you are now, not where you used to be. And hey, if you're still working on that relationship with your body, you're not late. You're right on time. This episode is part 1 of my Real Talk plus Real Life series, an honest 3-part look at things that we silently carry and question as women over 50. Next up, we're going to talk about joy in aging out loud. The title might change, but the premise will be the same. And why fun isn't something that you grow out of. It's actually something that you grow into. And after that, we're going behind the search bar with "You're not the only one." You won't want to miss it. So if this message resonated with you, share it with a friend or a sister who might need the reminder that she's not alone in this season. Let's walk through it together. Until next time, keep shining, keep nourishing yourself, and keep aging with grace, style, and a touch of sass.